and we are inching closer and closer to the finale. The light is still shining bright on Mr. Wonderful because guess what? Mr. Wonderful has to go run some errands after this sneaker profile. This sneaker segment is complete. And as you can see, Mr. Wonderful always looking amazing because after the errands, he's going to go meet up with one of those beautiful ladies for a late lunch, early dinner. But of course, I got to open up those doors for you beautiful people to come on in, right? To come on in into the FC Sneaker Factory because we are talking about seeing some Air Jordan 13s in Mr. Wonderful's FC Sneaker Factory. Some amazing shoes, by the way. And this one right here to my right is amazing in its own way. I got the box to my left. So a lot to talk about when it comes to this specific shoe, because I feel like this is the one shoe that gets so much attention when it comes to the Air Jordan 13 line. But before we get into all that, since I opened up those doors for you beautiful people, right? The fellas and those beautiful ladies that I call my cheerleaders, let me go ahead and open up the books for this amazing shoe. Because guess what? We are on Sneaker Profiles 209. All right. There it is right there. 209. As you can see, Mr. Wonderful has created himself an amazing catalog of all his shoes when it comes to his sneaker collection. But guess what? You guessed it. I still have so much more to go. But, I mean, as you can review, you're reviewing that catalog of shoes, licking your fingers because there's just so many damn pages. Mr. Wonderful constantly delivers on an everyday basis, whether it's a Floyd's Pickups, whether it's a sneaker profile, or whether it's a short. Constantly delivering you fucking content because that keeps you busy watching my content. But obviously, Mr. Wonderful, we all know his FC Sneaker Factory, his channel does not get very many views, and it is what it is. People don't realize what they're missing when it comes to greatness. They rather tune into a bunch of bullshit that's given to them when it comes to this sneaker genre. God help you people that are not tuning into my channel. But here we go. An amazing box, right? The same exact box that I've been giving you the past 3 times. It hasn't changed when it comes to this one right here. So we are looking at that same original gray box, right, from when the shoes originally released back in 97, 98. The same exact box, except when it comes to these newer or retro boxes, these are more matted, more of a flat gray box, not as metallic, not as shiny as the original boxes, but that's okay. We get what they were trying to do on this. But let me just show you the box really quick. Who cares about that? Who cares about the lid? Because we got that same Jumpman. But this is what matters right here. The Air Jordan 13 Retro White True Red Dash Black. $190 price tag and that beautiful size 10.5. So this one right here. This one is actually a StockX pickup. So I had to make my way to StockX to pick this one up. Okay, so like I mentioned before, this was during a time probably when I wasn't I wasn't really collecting like I normally would. So I picked this shoe up back in, let me see, 2018, August 15. So 2018 was when I picked this one up. So I had to be, I'm not sure if I went after this shoe. I can't really remember. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. And then obviously I realized, what am I doing? I need this shoe because it just has so much history behind it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not my favorite Air Jordan 13. You'll be seeing that in the next profile. But it is a shoe that I knew I had to have. 1, because it's an original colorway. And 2, you know, the movie brought a lot of attention to it. And it was a shoe that I never had from, you know, back in the day. So when I had to go to the StockX market, purchased it, and what I'm looking at when it came to that price tag, I paid less than retail when it came to this shoe. So I got really lucky when it came to this one. Gorgeous shoe, still have not worn it to this day. But we are on Sneaker Profiles 209, and we are talking about the Air Jordan 13, right? Gorgeous shoe, but this is known as the He Got Game. Based on the movie, right? If you haven't seen the movie, I don't know where the hell you've been at. Just a classic movie, a Spike Lee joint. But let's go ahead and go into the backstory of this shoe because, like I mentioned before, I'm going to ingrain this fucking material in your head. So in case you ever get quizzed on it, you know who brought that information to you and who ingrained it into your fucking head. And that's Mr. Wonderful. So the designer behind the Air Jordan 13 is Tinker Hatfield, right? Brought this amazing, unforgettable design when it came to this specific model, the Air Jordan 13. This was heavily inspired by the Black Panther, heavily inspired by Michael Jordan's nickname at the time, which was the Black Cat. And this shoe basically took on that predatory look of that vicious feline with that dotted embroidery on the upper, mimicking that base of a panther's whiskers. And of course, you got that paw pad outsole design. And of course, you got that beautiful, that circular hologram at the heel in that yellow/green like panther eye. And then that hologram includes that 3D Jumpman with that 23 inside of that Jumpman, or actually behind the Jumpman. So gorgeous, right? Now let's take a look at this shoe. So this shoe has been released multiple times. So the original time frame when this shoe first came out was 1997. And it was given the nickname because of, obviously it was on the movie He Got Game. But this shoe is retroed multiple times, right? We're talking about 2008, 2013. But then this one right here was the 2018 retro right here. So, in case you don't know, this shoe was this was worn by Denzel Washington in the movie He Got Game. So that's what really gave the popularity probably of this shoe. The shoe is popular regardless, right? It was the first Air Jordan colorway to come out when it came to the Air Jordan 13. So it already had like all that, everybody wanting it, because at that time, Jordan wasn't releasing tons of shoes. It was basically, I don't even think retros were around at that time when this one came out. This was just, once that the model came out, the Air Jordan, 12, 13, whatever it has it, during that year of the release date, everybody hurried up and bought them. And this one, it didn't need a movie to give it that extra push, but that movie definitely helped it as well, to make the shoe more desirable. I feel like whenever this shoe comes out, it's like obviously a must-have. One, because it's an amazing colorway, it's an original colorway, but also two, because of the movie. The movie gives it that extra platform for it to stand up on. So I never had this when it first came out. Obviously, I seen the movie Jesus Shuttlesworth, right? Denzel Washington, basically coming out of jail or out of prison, and basically the warden let him go out of, gave him some freedom just so he can try to get his son to go to that warden's college, that university that the warden was an alumni from. So that was the whole basis of the movie. Obviously, there was a lot more that went on to the movie. But when Denzel got out of jail, got out of prison, or was released from prison, he was given an allowance. And one of the first things that he bought was this right here. He went to the local shoe store and purchased himself the most latest Jordan. And then at that time, 1997, was the Air Jordan 13. So that's the backstory when it came to the movie and when it came to this shoe. Now let's take a look at this beautiful shoe up close, right? The 2018 retro right here. So we do got that beautiful tumbled leather toe box right there. And then you do got those beautiful white pods, but also that red insole that goes throughout the entire shoe. You do got the breakage, right? When it comes to the midsole, you do got some breaks with this beautiful black suede More of that beautiful black suede right here. More of that beautiful black suede. All pretty much throughout the midsole. But then you got these beautiful white pods breaking that suede up. And then of course right here, so a lot different, right, from the bread, from the Hyper Royal, but we're going back to the playoffs. And this is that beautiful leather when it comes to this one right here. All leather, I love that. So I couldn't imagine this being that 3M in all white. I just don't, I feel like it wouldn't look good. The leather suits it perfectly. So I'm really glad that Tinker Hatfield actually, or I mean, I'm not surprised that he saw how beautiful this is in leather and put it out in that leather. But you do have all this black suede right here when it comes to going towards the rear. And then of course you got that Jumpman, but behind the Jumpman you see that the 23 and that hologram. Now let's take a look at the rear part of the shoe. That beautiful black suede, but right here it's different, right, from all the other ones. This is a nice white nylon material, but then also you do got those beautiful white pods, but the breakage in the pods with this black suede, and then the continuation of those white pods. So now let's take a look at the medial part. So the same thing, right, and that we've seen in pretty much all the 13s that I've shown you so far. No hologram on the medial part. A little bit less of the leather when it comes to the medial part. Still got a good amount of it, but a little bit less, but more of that black suede when it comes to the medial part right here. And then also a continuation of that black suede around the ankle. You do got these beautiful white pods right here, white pods right here, and then also right here. But then you got that beautiful black suede where it gives the breakage of the pods. And of course you got that carbon fiber shank plate. Now let's take a look at the outsole. Outsole looks gorgeous. You do got all that red outline, right, going on, that bull's colored red, but you do got that white pods that goes throughout the outsoles right here. You do got that black, the breakage in the black, gorgeous. You do got that nice yellow little hologram right there, but you got the black Jumpman, gorgeous. And of course right here, let's take a look at the front part of the shoe. You do got that nice white midsole with the red outsole, and then of course that black tumble leather toe box. Now let's take a look at the aerial view when it comes to this one right here. Amazing. I just love how that looks, right? You got that beautiful black tumble leather toe box, but then you got that beautiful breakage right in the white. It's not all black how we've been normally seeing it. It's all, you got white and black. So you got that black suede tongue, the black rope laces, but this is a twist to this one. So you got the black suede tongue, but it stops, and then right here it becomes a leather tongue with that red Jumpman, and then the inside it's all that white ankle collar, right, the ankle support, but on the insole you do got that black insole with the red Jumpman. Gorgeous touch. Love the way the breakage is on this one. I never realized that until right now when I did this profile. You do got the black suede tongue, but then it stops and turns into a nice leather tongue at the very top. Just a great shoe. Who's out there has seen the fellas and those beautiful ladies, that I call my cheerleaders? Have you seen that movie, He Got Game? I mean, great movie, especially, I mean, Ray Allen, he's no actor, but I feel like he did an amazing job on that one. The name, perfect name, right? Jesus Shuttlesworth. So thank you, Jesus. Just a great movie. Sad movie because there's a lot of other things going on in that movie between, the father and the son, the relationship, right? But just a great movie. A great movie. I'm not a big Spike Lee fan when it comes to his movies, but that one was it's a good watch, and I believe I have that on like DVD or something. But what do you think about this one? Is this one in your collection? I feel like when it comes to like being a Jordan fan, this is one of those must-haves because it's just an iconic shoe, iconic colorway, just a great shoe to have in my collection. I don't know about yours, but it's definitely in mine, and I'm just blessed to have that one in the FC Sneaker Factory. It took me a while to get that one. It took me a long while to get that, but I finally was able to get it, and now pretty much the 13 collection is complete. But we're one away from ending this segment, from topping off the profiles, right? When it comes to the Air Jordan 13. I cannot wait to bring that one to you. It's going to be a great shoe. Something to definitely tune in, because it is my favorite Air Jordan 13. But when it comes to this one, the He Got game, well, the book is shut. The doors are about to be closed on you. Like I mentioned previously, you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of the FC Sneaker Factory. But I appreciate you for always stopping by. I appreciate you for giving me your attention for just, 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you so much. That means a ton to me, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. But just like I mentioned on all my profiles, right? This one doesn't stop as well. I always hear those beautiful words, and I hope you hear them in your own life, because I hear them quite often in mine. But they always tell me, the women especially, and I love hearing it every single time. It never gets old. They always whisper in my ear. Sometimes they say it out loud. Mr. Wonderful Floyd, you are too damn sweet.